session, I have Samiksha Nabira with me. Samiksha, I hope I pronounced that correct.
Yes.
Samiksha hails from IFMR. She's the highest package getter from the institute, IFMR, which is based in Chennai or Andhra Pradesh, whatever we want to call it as. So again, welcome on board. By the way, Samiksha, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.
The intent to have this video is to understand your profile, is to understand your entire journey in IFMR. How did you build on your profile, and how did you grab the highest package on the campus, which is around about 18 lakhs, and you got into BARCLAYS. By the way, those who do not know, BARCLAYS is basically an investment bank. It's UK based bank. It operates everywhere in the world. It has a lot of wings, by the way. It's a retail one also. It's into the IB function also. So her role is basically into the finance domain. So Samiksha, I would love to now hear about your entire profile, and then when was the time you decided कि यार अभी मुझे MBA करना है, even after having a good amount of work. So yeah, you can.
So yes, so I graduated from an engineering college. So I'm basically an electronics engineer.
Okay.
Later I got the opportunity to work with Accenture in an IT profile. And I actually wanted to do that, and I got placed in Accenture. So I worked there for 2.5 years approximately. And it was entirely an IT-based work experience that I had. So I worked on a tool which was entirely related to code and processing. So there, working there, I learned many things. Like I learned how to new programming languages and everything. But later, at a point of time, I realized that it was getting monotonous for me, and I wanted to learn how the entire business works. So what is the workflow? Which is not, when you work for IT, you don't get to know that. It's only in the higher position, correct? So so working there, I got interested into MBA. So I filled out many forms, and I mentored with my colleagues and my mentors present there in Accenture. Okay. So I decided to pursue MBA. I gave my exams, and I finally got into a very renowned college, which is known for finance. So I got the opportunity, and I interviewed, and I got into the college. So that's how the entire process was, and that's how I built my career in finance.
Perfect.
So I entered finance.
Perfect. I know you are sort of modest, so I will do the needful of having your accounts. So 10th standard 90.9%, Maharashtra board, and 12th standard 75.7.
Right.
In engineering, you scored 79.3%.
Right, I did.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was an interesting field, and my professors were great. The curriculum was great. The environment was great. So I learned a lot. Yeah,
and your MBA GPA is 3.37 on 4.
Yep.
It's 4.33.
4.33.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. Are you in top 10 or something in your batch or something like that?
I'm not sure, but yes, it's a good number to have.
Acha. What's the highest? Like 4 out of 4.3?
No.
3.9?
I think it must be around 3.7, 3.6 approximately.
Perfect. So you got to be, I'm very sure you are in the top 5%. That is for sure. Yeah. Great. See, I think, again, this is going to be my question a little bit later, academics ke bare mein. But now what I have to understand is, as an engineer who is academically very good, who has done work in a company like Accenture, again, that for like 3 years, why would you go for MBA finance rather than, let's just say, business analytics ho gaya, ya fir marketing ho gaya? Why finance specifically?
Yeah, because I understood that the bottom line of a company is to make returns. Wow. And when you don't understand how the returns come, an employee cannot come and put in their entire efforts until and unless they understand how the number comes into place. So I understood the entire picture, and I also had few teams which were working like FICA consultants. So finance consultants basically.
Okay.
So I got interested in that field as well. It was a part of my project basically, but the team was different. But I started working with them, collaborated with them, and I understood how finance can affect the business entirely. And I started studying more about finance, and I got interested in the field. I even interacted with the people who were, basically doing derivatives and tradings and everything. So that got my headspace into, finance. Then I searched for many finance colleges, and I got to know about IFMR. So I wanted to be a part of this Krea University. It's basically Krea University, and I wanted to be a part of it, and I applied for it. And fortunately, I got into IFMR. So yeah.
That's the right choice. I'll tell you why, because when we talk about IFMR, it is exclusive for finance.
Finance,
they are doing really good for marketing also, but IFMR के नाम में ही वो finance आता है, and it's a 54 years old B school मेरे ख्याल से. 54, 60 years old मेरे ख्याल से 1954 का establishment है. People don't know about it. I mean,
yeah. It is down south, so people are not aware about it. Yeah.
Right. Perfect. Now here is the follow-up question for you, Samiksha. Why do you think that it is an advantage for engineers to get into finance?
Yeah, see, basically finance is again related to number crunching, and now fintech is getting a boost, and technology is automatically inbuilt in a engineer, maybe whichever engineer he or she is, but technology plays a major role in engineering.
Right.
So technology with finance and number crunching and analytics, it actually makes a very good profile for an engineer to come and work and explore in. So I think, yeah.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Just a fun part for everybody, and I think Samiksha will also agree. Yep. See, when you prepare for MBA interviews, right? Or जब आपको पूछा जाता है ना by finance, then you talk about banking industry and number crunching and all that.
Correct.
But when you are an MBA like her, then your answer will be different. Then you'll talk about top line and bottom line.
Bottom line.
Valuation.
True.
So that's the change, but it's a beautiful change.
Yes.
Cool. Perfect. So now that sort of brings me the next question to you. Is that I would love to know a little bit more about how IFMR has played that pivotal role, in helping you sail through these 2 years in finance domain and get into the 18 lakhs ka package.
Yes. So I was an engineer. Of course, we have no subjects related to commerce. So when I stepped first into into finance domain, I was actually very nervous, to be very frank. But and I was also a work expert. I had the study part was missing in my entire the career which I was following. So it was a very I started off like I had to go through many books. I have to refer to many books from 11th and 12th commerce. So that I can, so I had to do that. That was the basically you have to, put in an effort when you start off with a thing which you have no knowledge upon based on. So, but the fact I started, yes, of course, it was difficult for me to choose a field of finance, which was entirely different from what I was doing previously. But yes, I started off, I had to work hard previously to build a profile in finance. You have to study because, the subjects are entirely different. But I can assure you that they are very interesting.
Yes.
And, you once you start getting involved in it, you actually get into a headspace and you want to learn more and more. That's how I started. And I used to connect with my professors later because we had that flexibility here at IFMR, wherein you can directly connect with your professors and resolve your doubts and everything, and they'll give you extra guidance. So in fact, you can ask them questions thousands of times, multiple times. They'll answer the questions with the same energy and with the same level of focus. And that is how I started because of that. It gave me more confidence, and I started learning more and more, and I started to read more stuff from finance, and that's how I got interested in finance. And the faculty here at IFMR is they are I'll call them finance ke Bhagwan, because they are so great that you even though you know nothing, but the way they teach you, automatically start getting into stuff. And that's how I started with finance, and that's how I love finance, and I now want to work more on finance. So,
Perfect. Just to add a couple of points in here, a lot of people would say that, you know, finance is kind of boring and all that, but actually it is not. It's really interesting, and it always keeps you on your toes. And it's so bloody vast, you know. You've got financial statements, you've got valuation, you've got corporate finance, you've got derivative, you've got wealth management, you've got risk management. There are so many things in finance. It's so vast, you know. And at the end of the day, I always tell my students here, if you're a marketing guy, right, you can be a great marketeer or you can be a great operations guy. But if you're a finance guy, now you get a job also and you can make money from stock market also. So actually, specialization तुमको दो job देता है.
I agree.
That's the best thing, you know.
आप सो भी रहे हो तो आप पैसा कमा रहे हो. It's like that.
Exactly, that's the right word. आप सो रहे हो फिर भी आप पैसा कमा रहे हो. That is because there are so many students of mine. Those who are currently in B school, like अभी मैं एक बंदे से बात कर रहा था, he's from IMCAL by the way. आज market down है, like it does 15,850. He's like made good money today. So he's like मेरा 2-3 महीने का खर्चा निकाल लिया मैंने आराम से. So guys, ये चीज है finance के बारे में. And you know what? I'll tell you one more thing, Samiksha. I'm super duper proud of you. I'll tell you why. Because being a girl, you opted in finance, okay, and you banked the top-notch placement in the top 5 IB in the world. Because there aren't a lot of girls getting into finance. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so this is a very candid conversation I'm having with Samiksha, but it's brilliant. And you know what? I'll tell you something. You know, girls would do a little bit more better than guys as far as finance is concerned. They've got a great concentration level. and we know now ki, you know, mother, like, you know, she's the best, you know, finance manager in the house. She manages.
Right, I agree. Definitely.
So great stuff. So okay, cool. Another thing, just to take her thing forward, if you're somebody who got into an MBA program right now with any other B school, और अगर आपको फाइनेंस करना है तो भाई मेरे फाइनेंस नहीं भी करना है आपको तो भी फाइनेंस थोड़ा पढ़ना चालू करो, बिकॉज फर्स्ट सेम में आपको फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग वगैरह होने वाला है. सो वो करना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है.